Hi everyone, it's Kimberly with Lolly Doodle Studios. Welcome in. Today we're going to paint a pumpkin, a few little pumpkins in a pumpkin patch. So grab your watercolor paint and a brush and let's get started. Today's tutorial is a collaboration. I am part of a YouTube collaboration called A Common Canvas Pumpkin Patch Palooza. You'll be able to view each artist's tutorial by looking in the description box, the Common Canvas Pumpkin Patch Palooza playlist. Again, the link for that is below in the description box. So we're going to get started. Today I'm going to use my Maylang set. This is a piece of Canson paper. I have cut it down to the size that I need to fit a frame that I have here on hand. You'd want to cut your paper down to the size that you would like. As you can see, I spritzed my watercolor paint so that they can get nice and activated. While we're waiting for that to happen, I am going to show you how to sketch out your little pumpkins. Drop me a note in the comments section and let me know what your favorite color pumpkin is. If you would have asked me a few years ago, I would have said white, then blue. Lately, I love the pink pumpkins. So I would love to know what your favorite color pumpkin is. So to sketch out the pumpkin, pumpkins come in all shapes and sizes. So just remember, we have short pumpkins, we have big fat pumpkins. So just sketch out a nice little oval. And then on each side of that, picture a little bit of like a crescent moon. So I'm just going to put a few of those and we'll just make a nice little fat pumpkin. Okay, and if you don't feel like sketching, you don't have to. I love to just dig right in myself sometimes and just paint away. So I'm going to come over here to where I have some of those beautiful blues. I have a little bit of a bluish turquoise green going here. I'm going to wet that down just a bit. Now, Maylang colors are very vibrant and colorful, so make sure that if you want them light and airy, you want to add lots and lots of water to them to lighten your color. So I'm going to go around the edge and leave a little bit of white there in the center. I want that delicate look of watercolor. Work from light to dark. If you work dark to light, it doesn't work like it would work when using acrylic paint. So I'm just taking my brush with that beautiful blue. I'm picking up a little bit more water and I am just filling in my pumpkin shape, and I'm leaving a good bit of white on the other side of each of those crescent moon shapes. So, and then to the outer side, I'm adding a little bit more of deeper color. So again, I'm going to leave a good bit of white here. Let me grab a little bit more color. I want my darker color to be on the line. And then I'm going to work that in, leaving a little bit of white space between each pumpkin section. Okay, so this last one I'm going to add, that's pretty dark, and that's fine. I'm just going to dip and add some more water, and it's okay if it touches. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm just going to come in and add a little bit more of that darker color to the bottom of each of my pumpkin shape, my pumpkin sections, I should say. And then I can come up and do the same a little bit here at the top. So I'm just working quickly. I can pull that up, pull it in. I can also alternate and put just a tiny little drop of green in. And if you get it too dark, like I just did, a little too vibrant, just come in with some water and lighten that up. But I love the way that the green mixes in with the blue and makes more of a natural looking blue. And then for our little stem, I'm not even going to, well, I could, but you don't even have to sketch it. So I'm just gonna come in here, and at the top I've got my little, it's gonna come up from the top. So I'm gonna grab some of this brown here, bring it over to the side. I wanna lighten it up just a bit. So remember, go a little bit lighter than you would think that you would wanna go when working with watercolor, because you can always go darker, you just can't always go lighter. So I'm just gonna use the tip of my brush, and I'm gonna just pull that brown down to create my stem. And I'm gonna do that on the other side, bringing that down to touch the blue of the pumpkin. And you'll see where I tap my brush, I'm leaving a little bit more of the pigment there. And I'm really letting it hit some of that blue so that it will fade in. Now I'm gonna take this brown of my pumpkin, and I'm just gonna pull it up. I can pull it around. I'm just tapping. I don't want a perfect line. So, and I wanna make like a little loop. So I'm just gonna do a little loop-de-loop there. I'm gonna come in now again and grab some of my green. I want this to be a little bit of a toned down green. So I'm gonna mix some of that green in with my pink, and that will tone down my green. Again, if you don't wanna mix color, feel free to use directly out of your palette. And then I'm gonna throw in a few little leaves. I'm gonna pull that out from the pumpkin and just do like a little football shape. Now remember, football and fall go hand in hand together. So I'm gonna add a little bit more water to that just to lighten that color, and just do a few more little football shaped leaves. And maybe I like to work in threes. And you can see in there, I'm leaving a lot of the white space of the paper showing up and through. And let's see, I'm going to add another small little football shaped leaf at the top of that stem. And I'm going to just pull that back in through the brown of my pumpkin stem. Okay, so my paper looks dry, but it is still, it looks dry, but it's still a little bit wet. So while I'm here with this brown, I'm just gonna take a very little bit of it and come down here at the base of the pumpkin and just tap some of that brown down here at the bottom. This is completely a matter of choice. If you don't want the brown, you don't have to do that. You can pull it up and really darken, you know, where we left that white space. You can really put in some shadows between your pumpkin sections. I can come and grab a little bit more of a darker brown and just come and add some interest to my pumpkin stem. I'm just gonna tap it. Now wherever my paper is still wet and we add wet color to it, the color is going to spread and blend. So you'll see that this will hit areas where it's wet and just spread and blend. And I'm just tapping that here and there, not everywhere. Because I just want to add some interest. I can pull some of that down into the bottom of the pumpkin again. Okay, and then to finish it off, I'm going to just take my wet brush and I'm going to come underneath of the pumpkin. I have just a very little bit of brown still left on that, and I'm just going to pull that over and down to create a little shadow. Right, so I'm just going to tap some more of that brown in there to create a nice little shadow. I can actually add a little bit of orange to that shadow, and it will play pretty against the blue of the pumpkin. I'm going to add some more water just to spread and blend that a little bit more. We can let that dry, and then we'll come in with You can either leave it the way it is, or you can come in with a micron pen and do some outline. So we're nice and dry. We come back, we've got our little square piece of paper with our blue pumpkin on there, and the micron or outlining with the black marker is completely optional. You can stop, call it a day right here, and be done. I'm just going to take the micron and I'm going to hold it lightly in my hand, and I'm just going to come in certain areas, and I'm just going to outline in certain areas. I'm not worrying about staying perfectly within lines. I like a wonky look. I actually like a shaky look. So I'm just holding loosely and I'm tracing around. You can add a few dots. I'm just going to outline here and there, parts that I really want to stand out. I can add some more detail with the pen or just leave as is. I am just going to come in. Again, I'm not worrying about staying within the lines. And I am just going to outline those areas of my pumpkin that I want to stand out. I love this little bit of an illustrated look. Okay, and then I can add a few little cross hatches, so it's just back and forth, back and forth. I can add a few little dots to add some shading or shadow under the pumpkin. Okay, and then if you want to add some lettering, you can do that as well. I am going to add hello fall. So with my handwriting, I'm going to take this and I'm just going to do it very lightly under here, and I'm just going to write hello. So H E L L O. Okay, and now I am a letterer. If you'd like to learn more about lettering in this fashion, I'd love for you to make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit the bell so that you're notified of all of our new videos that may come up. Look in the description box for more information for our lettering books and any courses that might be available right now. But I'm just going to go through and faux my way to lettering the word hello, and anywhere that I'm going downward, when I go to write, anywhere that is going downward, I'm going to thicken that stroke so that it looks like it is brush lettered with a brush pen. So that's what I've done there. And then over here, I'm just going to finish off with a little bit of a lettered and cursive mix. Hello fall. I love a wonky, imperfect look to my lettering. Right, so we've got that here. I hope you like this. If you do try, I would love to see your artwork. You can just tag me or hashtag Learn with Lolly Doodle so that I can come see your work. Also, come join my free brush and script group. It's a community free on Facebook where you can also post your finished pieces. Thank you. Now be sure to go and check all of my other co-host artists that I have linked below. Please be sure to go look at our playlist and check everyone's Pumpkin Palooza videos out. Thank you guys. I hope you like this. Have a great day.